Alright guys, so before we watch this video, this isn't a review, this is a full-on rant. I will be using the F word quite liberally, as usual in these situations, and I do get a bit heated. So I apologize. Hopefully this type of language does not offend you. If it did, you probably wouldn't have subscribed by now, so you probably don't mind it. But just a warning, as I read through this article, it does get rather dicey. And besides the diciness, I do talk out of my ass a lot in this one. So like I always say, take what I say with a grain of salt, and hopefully you should get a decent laugh out of this one. I do look rather flustered at certain points. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. So I was just sitting here. I had a little downtime. I started thumbing through some stuff online, seeing if I could see anything new popping up about all the FDA. Nothing much. I just happened to stumble across this, so don't let the title fool you of this video, because this is going to be the title of it. Have vapors caused our own downfall? This is an article I found on vapeboutit.com, from some guy named Sham Shivai, whatever the hell that name is. Well, this thing, I could see where he's coming from, but I could also completely fucking disagree and curse my brains out as I read this to you and comment on it as I read it to you. So, battle for our right to vape freely has begun. California's launched its crusade of ignorance against the vape industry. We are now in the crosshairs of the government. Sounds like a reasonable article so far. The battle for our rights to vape freely has begun. California's launched its crusade. Alright, that's the same thing. Blah, blah, blah. Crosshairs of the government, who aim to severely debilitate the vapor industry on behalf of their big tobacco and big pharma overlords. I would say that I agree with this. But unfortunately, we have to accept part of the blame, as our behavior and conduct hasn't exactly helped create the most positive image for the vape community. Well, what do you mean by that? Vapers scream bloody murder and are mobilizing to rage against the machine as California and other state legislators move at an alarming pace to implement fatal regulations. We need to also be honest and admit to ourselves we did commit a bit of self-sabotage. So as I'm reading this, I kind of guessed what he was going to get at. I had a feeling. Everybody always goes to this. It's like it's like the fucking easy target, I guess, for them. Every cloud contest, every photo shoot of nearly naked women, every cloud trick video, every glorification of blowing clouds, quote unquote, will now serve as ammunition for politicians and regulators that want to showcase us as appealing to minors. The truth of the matter is we drew way too much attention to the vape culture and ourselves. So by freedom of expression and having this wonderful tool that you're allowed to see me on, or we're allowed to find this information out and communicate with each other, we've committed some kind of sin according to this guy. Sorry, freedom of expression. I didn't know that was dead too. Was that in the FDA bill? As a community, we overdid it. Look to social media if you disagree. Millions of photos glorifying vaping as a fun new hobby. The companies in our industry are willing participants as well, sexualizing and romanticizing. I missed all these naked women apparently. I haven't seen any like boobs or anything. I've just seen people blowing clouds and fucking O through an O through an O, which is impressive. Sexualizing and romanticizing vaping, promoting the social nature of it, make it a popularity contest for vapors. But isn't that the fucking world we live in? It's a popularity contest. We're all fucking online. We're all on social media. We're all on YouTube. We're on Tumblr. We're on fucking Reddit. Everybody wants to be their own media whore. You can't fucking blame vapors for self-sabotaging themselves because they take advantage of the fucking means at their disposal to fucking show what I could do. And then another guy makes a video after he said, look what I could do. If I didn't see vape channels and vape tricks and all this, I wouldn't be doing this on YouTube. So go fuck yourself. And I'm not apologizing for the cursing. This isn't a review, so I'm allowed to have no fucking filter. The question is, what did we expect would happen? Oh, and this is also the generation of fucking kids that are taking up vaping at 16, or also the generation of kids that think it's cool to fucking take selfies while they drive and crash their car and set themselves on fucking fire with nail polish. Yeah. Those are the ones you should give any fucking, I'm going to keep reading. The question is, what do we expect would happen? from a marketing perspective. It is as if e-liquid makers and other related companies were using big tobacco's playbook from the 70s and 80s. Okay, we might as well created. That's a typo, buddy. Created our own versions of the Marlboro Man and Joe Camel. We purposely drew attention to ourselves. Just think of the countless vapors who walk around in public every day blowing huge clouds. Well, that's the fucking beauty of living in this wonderful country we call the United States. You could do whatever the fuck you want, even if it offends somebody still. I don't personally go around blowing clouds in somebody's face. I think it's obnoxious. But you have the God given right to be an obnoxious little shit. That's the beauty of America. Are the proposed laws against vaping unfair? Are politicians corrupt and ignorant? Hold on, my cat's fucking puking. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you have a 19-year-old cat. He eats too fast and he gets a fucking sour stomach and he pisses and moans. Back to the fucking important stuff. Burn publicly blowing huge clouds. Are the proposed laws against vaping unfair? Are politicians corrupt and ignorant? That's a pretty big fuck yeah on that one. Is the proper absolutely without a doubt? The answer is yes. But the vapor community should also take a break from painting itself as the innocent victim of evil corporations and corrupt government. Take a look in the mirror and accept part of the blame for how we represent ourselves. So you want to blame fucking vapors? Yeah, you know what? We do go around. Yeah, sometimes we look silly. Don't really care. This little device is keeping me off cigarettes. My other little device is my little table over there with all my stuff, all my little gadgets. Keeps me from smoking, which is going to keep me alive a lot longer. There's about 480,000 smoking-related deaths. So if this obnoxious little cloud machine and all us annoying little ass vapors, I'm sorry if we blow clouds. I'm sorry if we do this. Hey, guess what? If everybody vaped, there'd probably be 480,000 more people alive and above ground every year. 480,000 people that wouldn't have to go through fucking painful doctor visits, cancer, chemo, whatever the fuck they're going through. Thank God I'm hopefully never have to go through that, and none of you ever do too. Because I've seen people go out like that, and it's just an awful way to go. It's a painful, awful thing, and it's not just a singular experience. It's shared throughout the person's family and friends. So it's a horror story for an entire family to see somebody go out like that. So we brought this on ourselves. I'm sorry. We're all trying to everybody's trying to save their own life by doing this. Some people get into it, young kids, because it's a fad. That's whatever. That's kid shit. Don't blame an entire fucking industry that this is romantic? Yeah, that's real romantic. That's going to get me laid. Yeah, I'm sure it is. But, I hate people like this that go on and they have an outlet to write an article. And there was no comments on it. So I will put a link right at the bottom of the description of this video. And you can feel free to fucking comment on that guy. Because that guy's a fucking dick. He's speaking out of his ass. He's not thinking with his head. He thinks he's thinking with his head. But shit like that is damaging to what's going on right now. And especially, he wrote that on the 30th. That was before the FDA kicked in. So that's even more damaging. If I was him, I would actually take that down. Just not to be a dick, because I understand we scream and we yell. It's because you're going to take something away from us. And when you take this away from everybody, there are going to be a lot of people that go back to smoking. A lot of people are weak. They want to smoke. It's just human. It's not a real weakness. It's just we want that craving. And people will go back to their original craving if they can't get it through, a regular e-cig like that little one I reviewed the other day. It's awful. You know what? The cloud competitions, all this stuff, to me is a bit silly. It's not my thing. But, like I said before, do whatever you want. This is a free country. Fuck me. I don't know what you guys are doing. That doesn't mean you can't do it. Do it. Do it more. Do it to annoy the other people that do it. Who cares? This is a country allegedly based on the freedom of expression, the freedom of lots of freedoms. They throw that freedom word around a lot, and it's getting restricted a lot more. With something like this, I hate to see stupid articles like this. We brought this on ourselves. Yeah, we told them to fucking rub us out of existence with a ridiculous fee and a fucking mountain of paperwork to get one flavor on. See, now I wonder. I need to read into this more. I wonder if you're putting different nicotine levels out, are they going to charge you for each one if you're trying to get the flavors in? Because then if you think about it, you got 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, 24. All right, so you have 6, 7, 8 different nicotine levels. Does that mean you have to pay $300,000 and file everything? That's ridiculous. That's not even close to fair. That's bullshit. That's plain old fucking corporate bullshit. Greed and corruption all wrapped into one. So that was one hell of a rant. That felt good to get that out. I didn't work out today, so I needed an outlet. I might be right back. I might not be.